You might feel like you're in a very deep pit. You feel trapped. It's really dark, dirty. There's a sense of hopelessness, worthlessness that washes over you. And you look up at the sky, and the sky that you can see is simply gray. There's no sunlight. The clouds are almost black. You know, I don't want to sit here and say I know exactly how you feel just because I've dealt with depression. We have different experiences. We have different relationships. We have different memories. We are in different circumstances. But you may feel like anything you do will result in no progress. Nothing will make you feel better. Anything you do won't matter. And there's no way out of this black pit of darkness and of depression. So let's say I don't understand how you feel. I do understand a few things about depression. I do understand a few things about humans. And if you're watching this, I'm sure you're human. We have this incredible capacity to deal with suffering and challenge. And we need to look really deep to find this choice that we have while we're depressed. And it's not the choice to be happy. Trust me, I know you've tried. Just think happy thoughts. Just watch some comedy on TV. The choice isn't to feel happy. The choice is simple, but the actions are difficult. The choice is to hang on. Time is on your side. There is no rush. There is no timeline to get better. But you still have to hang on. You know, you look outside and you see this culture of maybe forced positivity, and everyone's so productive going on with their lives, and people seem so happy. People's lives are moving so quickly in the right direction. And here we are in this pit. And now we feel guilty for being depressed on top of that. Well, it's one hell of an illness, isn't it? Maybe this can add value to your situation. I'm not sure what I really want to say, except in this pit, in the year 2019, it's different from being in a pit in the year 1822. We do have one of these. There is reception in the pit you're in, eh? You can call someone. And there are lots of people to call. You know, you're actually watching this YouTube video and you're in the pit, and if you just click the description, there are all types of phone numbers you can call that are free of charge and people waiting to help. The other thing I'd like you to maybe realize is that if you look to your right within this pit, there's a box. And you open up the box, and there's a hammer, some nails, and some wood. Lots of wood. Now, you do have the skills to build a ladder with these tools and get the fuck out of this pit. You can. Now, you might already be thinking, how high does the ladder have to be? How many rungs do I need to build? Will the wood be strong enough? That's not the point. Just start building. one rung at a time. It might take you 100 rungs to get out of the pit. It might take you 1,000 rungs to get out of the pit. But all we need to focus on is building one rung at a time and taking one step. Living life one moment at a time. One breath at a time. One step at a time. And when we think of ladders in this metaphorical sense, we think the corporate ladder. Big successes in life. No, life is far more simple than that. Your first rung on your ladder could simply be getting out of bed. Your second rung that you build could be taking that shower, brushing your teeth. The third rung could then be getting back into bed once that's done. And that's day one. Now, when you wake up the next day, you don't start from scratch. You've already built 3 rungs and you're that much closer to getting out of this pit. Maybe the 4th rung is finally eating breakfast. Maybe the 5th rung that you build is going outside for just a short walk and coming back. Maybe it's getting out on your deck or your balcony and soaking up just a bit of sun. Maybe the 10th rung is then doing your dishes. Maybe it takes you 100 rungs to get out of the pit. Maybe it takes you 1,000. Time is on your side, and even if it's just 1 rung a day, that deserves reward. I admire you from the bottom of my heart. 1 rung at a time will get you out of the pit. That's all you need to focus on. That's all you need to do. And you know what's interesting? You're so focused on creating this ladder and building these rungs that by the time you're almost out of the pit, well, it's been so long and the weather's been changing that you actually begin to see some blue sky. You actually begin to see the sun. And when you're out of the pit, you look at this massive ladder that you've built. You look at your little seat that you made out of mud down there. You look back and say, wow, look at what I did. I'm proud of myself. I got through it. I lived moment to moment, step by step, breath by breath, day by day, and look at where I am now. One step at a time, everyone. And you can do this. You have the choice. Don't give up. Time is on your side. Stay strong. Keep being you. And start building that ladder. You got this.